Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another of the Worshipping at the Shrine of the Big Data podcast. I'm RockLeeSmile here with alpacapatrol and Last Grey Wolf. I hope you're all doing wonderful in your worshipping.
Yeah, I hope you guys are all worshipping at the Shrine of Big Data.
I really like when we opened up with the inside jokes in the intro.
Yeah, no, we're siphoning the big data right off.
We're just, we're on our knees.
Yeah,
down
on a plane apparently as well.
On a plane. Oh yeah, the plane.
Just bowed in reverence.
Yeah,
as data flies
just
by our heads.
Worshipping at the shrine of.
Like,
guys,
trains,
here's my question:
like
can we all just stop worshipping at the shrine of big data and think about what YouTube can do to give us the tools that these content creators need? Oh, I'm sorry, not content creators. That's a no-no word.
It's an.
Only we can use that word.
Oh god, I'm not even gonna. I've
Oh
lost.
no.
What?
Two hands with one land. This is illegal.
Oh, it's okay. I got a bad one too.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I didn't get a great hand either. I was considering
I'm beginning to think
mulligans.
there's no such thing as a good hand in Magic.
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
think you're supposed to redo your deck when that happens.
I think it goes back to they need to rework the entire system.
I'll rework your entire system.
Like the system of how we worship at the shrine.
Yeah, how we worship at the Shrine of Big Data. Yeah.
Like maybe we should all be individually hired as employees.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into it specifically, but I will tell you that we're talking about some YouTube video of this really the guy who he's just making up a bunch of shit. And
that sentence took way too long.
Well, I was gonna call him a douchebag, but I figured whatever. But anyway, so yeah, and he's just one of those people that that just makes up things to be offended about. Because apparently me, Nick, Austin, we're not content creators.
No,
not allowed to be. That we're
very, very ineptuous to think about.
It's super.
Yeah, it is very ineptuous.
Yeah. So it's like.
What are some things that content is to you? Do you have any things that it?
I would say that it
analogous to.
Yeah, I would say it implies disposable, and it means meaningless. You have to smile when you say that too,
so
as if you figured it out. Like you have to smile to the camera as if you've just figured it out, and you're like, "Wow, I'm so smart. I'm right. It means meaningless. It means That's what content means. If I had a dictionary in front of me, the first line would be content. Meaningless.
The meaning equals non-meaning.
Yeah, no meaning doesn't mean anything.
It's like a Mobius strip of meaning. The meaning is both non and existent at the same time.
You can never reach the end, only the beginning.
Well,
You'll
all
never reach
beginnings
the
form
end.
ends.
Never. You'll never reach
Never make it. Never make it. Can't you see you can make it?
You will never get this.
Can we just do a whole Magic episode where we quote Kung Pao? Just a whole episode.
I don't think Nick could quote
That was
Kung
Borat,
Pao.
man.
Well,
I know,
he was quoting Borat. Yeah,
I was quoting Kung Pao. It's just the most quotable movie in the history of time itself.
Since
really
Borat.
Well, I mean, it was before Borat.
Since before Borat.
That's true.
Wait, does that mean the same thing?
It's meaning and non-meaning, Austin. Get with the times.
I'm
Nothing
sorry.
to say has any intrinsic value.
Strangely, it says...
in circulating this non-camaraderie adversarialship.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I said something like that once for real, though. Remember that?
Nick, stop.
I know. I was trying to quote that, but I couldn't say the word adversary.
Okay.
Nick, stop implying...
Oh my god, look at this fucking hand, dude.
Wow, you got a lot of those vampires.
Wow.
Sandpires.
Vampires of sand.
Oh, wait, what the fuck's the Sandpire?
Who cares? Do you want to talk about something else now, or are you good?
I don't know, I was having a good time.
I could talk about whatever, I don't really care.
All right, you want to talk about how Twitch is having a con now in San Francisco?
Yeah, and no one's gonna show up.
Well, what do you mean no one's going to show up? A lot of people are going to show up.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Probably right.
Are you
gonna go?
something I don't about this?
No. I mean, I just think it's strange. It's a strange decision. Well,
I think it's a very strange decision too.
Why?
Because Twitch already has such a big presence at PAX events and other events. Do they really need a con right now? I feel like they have other things they could be doing with their time.
It seems like an unnecessary drain on resources. Not to armchair CEO or anything here, but
But I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, but I'm going to. I'm gonna do
ahead.
that immediately after I say that.
Right.
No, but I mean, it just seems it seems like something that I would not take a plane out to go to, unless, of course, I was invited and flown out there for free, in which case, absolutely, Twitch, if you're listening, I'm sorry for saying anything negative about your company.
Well, while you're making that decision, keep in mind that I said nothing negative about you, and I also am a Twitch streamer.
That's
So,
a good point.
You know,
Yeah, no,
make your decisions however you need. Just saying.
Oh, you doing the thing with my land again?
Yeah.
That's real mean,
my
because
doctor
last time you
said
said that I
no.
never drew into the land again, and I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, it also gives your guild mage.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't understand it. I don't get why they're doing it.
So it's
I
like
mean,
2 days long, right? So you're gonna get a bunch of people together. It's gonna be like Man versus Game and fucking Northern Lion,
just him. It's just man
Cobalt
versus-
Streak, and they're gonna like play the Binding of Isaac together, right? Because
Are they gonna get them?
I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here.
I mean, I feel like they could make it a cool event and stream it, and it could be nice depending on how
They're
do
gonna
it.
stream it. Good joke.
Good, nice one. But I don't see why viewers would go, because it'd get to the point where if there's too many viewers, they're not going to really have any kind of experience. It's just going to be, I don't know.
Well, fucking Minecraft has a con. Why not Twitch?
Yeah, but I also think Minecon's pretty stupid as well.
You get your pickaxes signed, man. That's where you go.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't even know who signs them anymore. I've signed a couple of pickaxes in my day.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't see a lot of inherent value in us.
Content?
Yeah, right. Well, not content specifically, but like us. Like, I don't see why anyone would ever like. I don't like. I like a lot of. You know, I like
us,
I like.
But I don't get why anyone else likes us.
No, I mean, I like and I respect content creators. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to use that word, but I did it anyway.
Doesn't
God
mean
damn it,
anything.
Rob.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
It's meaningless.
It's really is meaningless. Yeah, but
It's also ubiquitous.
it is ubiquitous as well. Yeah.
Ubiquitously meaningless.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously ubiquitous and meaningless.
Who doesn't want to be able to block this turn?
I don't care.
It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna attack either of you.
Capuzzi.
What?
So I'm just gonna take that as Vizcopa.
Yeah, I agree. That's a Vizcopa move.
That's a Vizcopa. I would wager.
Capuzzi.
Yeah, Capuzzi. Yeah, but anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I respect and I admire lots of people in this industry, and I have for a while.
Okay.
I wouldn't really care to get their autographs or anything.
Well, it's not for you.
Well, no, I know, but I mean, like, even before I did this, right? Like, I mean, the reason I started is because I don't know, maybe I'm weird then, because like the reason I started is I saw people doing it, and I was like, oh, I can do that. You know?
I mean, you do acknowledge that we have a very different experience in this world than many, and also there's vastly different demographics that find what we do to be interesting.
Yeah. That's
ranging from like 9-year-olds to 45-year-olds and up. It's not going to hit the same crowd the same way for everyone, and I have no problem seeing that.
True. I would like to see a live Twitch chat.
Oh god.
Grill.
No.
Oh, grill.
I never even thought about the possibility of what that could mean.
There's gonna be a lot of Kappa posters there as well. You know how many
Everyone's,
Kappa
oh my
posters
god,
there
to
are?
get in, you're gonna have to wear a cap on your face as a mask.
I wonder if they're gonna have Kappa there. I wonder if he's gonna be there.
They're gonna have the Kappa.
I thought he doesn't work there.
He doesn't, but I mean, they're doing TwitchCon, right? He is the most important member of the
I'm imagining
of
like
team.
meeting that guy and seeing him. I don't know how my head would process that. Like I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
The face means so much now.
They have to paint his face gray for the show. And then he'll just stand still and sign autographs the whole day.
He's gotta
be such smug little autographs.
He's gotta go. He's gotta go, right? Like he's gonna be there. He has to.
I seriously don't like. I don't know how I'd be able to. I'd see him, and then my brain would just be like, "Is he being sarcastic?" I don't.
I hope he has like a really like snotty voice too, so that you like you can't tell if he's sarcastic or not all the time.
Stop! Why do I even play this game with you two? I never win anymore.
Flesh to dust.
Yeah, unlike me, I win all the time. Actually,
Yeah.
Rob's won the last 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what one of the
'Cause
comments
you
said.
fucked
Yeah.
me every time.
I'm 3-0 on this new PC, baby.
The PC
Ugh.
gives you powers.
It really does, yeah.
PC powers.
PC Richardson powers.
Excuse me.
PC Richards and Son.
Is that? Did they have a jingle?
Yeah, that was it.
Really? I've never seen a PC
I have
Richardson Son commercial.
Very strange ability to remember all the 90s jingles. I don't know why.
Anyway, TwitchCon, I feel like if they make it more kind of like an AGDQ kind of thing, where it's like, you know, a bunch. I don't know.
They're
Is
all
it gonna
live,
be a
though.
stream? Is it? If it's live though, but like, I don't
We
know.
don't know what it is, really, right?
Right. I feel like they're gonna stream. Like, why wouldn't they stream it? Right.
Well,
Like, that
obviously they're gonna stream it.
They'll
Very
yeah.
silly
stream
if
it,
they
but it'll
didn't.
be like a live performance on a stage, I bet.
Well,
Yeah.
there's probably going to be lots of things. I would think there would be lots of events. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
they'll
but I
run.
feel like a
Maybe they'll
main
run a
stage would
tournament.
be-
They might run like a League of Legends tournament or something, like a small
Yeah.
one. Like,
Should do a goofball goals tournament.
I could see where it's gonna go, but at this point, I feel like it's a bad time for it. Like the site still needs so much more right now. Twitch still has like so much to work on just internally on the site. That is a con really necessary
if
right
they,
now?
I mean, like, okay, so PAX is a really interesting con, right? Because technically it's the Penny Arcade Expo, right? But how many people really go to PAX because they love Penny Arcade more than anything in the world?
Maybe in the first one, some people cared, but I think it's
Right.
mostly been separated by now.
Exactly. So, I guess if Twitch believes that they have the capacity to transcend, you know...
Yeah, it's a
their-
brand maneuver, basically.
Right. Yeah. Then, if they can do that, then... Okay.
You did cam voice again right there.
Oh, did I?
You can do that.
Sometimes that happens, yeah.
Sorry,
But yeah, the if they can do that and transcend the you son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Gaunt.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
If they can transcend that, I'm gonna make sure you get to the end of this point, Rob.
Well, then it could be an interesting convention in the future. But
To me, like I agree completely with you. Like I feel like it's gonna be good. I feel like it's gonna probably be better and better every year. I feel like they should have waited 1 year. Like I feel like they have so,
Maybe,
like the whole Amazon thing that they haven't done anything with that yet.
Too fresh.
I do feel like they should have waited like a year.
Gotta be fresh.
it's a weird time.
Hot soup.
Hot soap.
Hot fucking soup.
This soap's fucking hot.
This
Yeah.
soup's too hot.
What are you doing?
I was talking about this hot soup.
There's some hot soup. Yeah, I don't know.
Why? What did I actually do, Nick?
You kept
don't
looking
have
at that
anything,
card,
Club.
wasted all my flesh to dust, man.
If you get,
God
if you
damn
do
it!
get
Every
the,
time with this nonsense, the Let's Kill Austin so fucking Rob can win.
well,
It's so
you
cool.
should get another fucking deck, and then maybe we won't do that.
Oh, he's right.
Yeah, because you get if you draw Baneslayer Angel right now, which you're not.
It's
saying
gonna die
anything.
instantly to a flesh to
That's
dust.
true.
Don't fucking talk to
That's-
me like
that's
that.
true.
Don't talk to me like I can draw a single fucking card that'll do a single fucking thing for more than a turn.
It'll work in both
Alright.
directions, though. I will flesh to dust Rob as well.
Yeah, right. That's true as well. If I get the Inferno Titan out, there is tunnel vision on
dead.
that card. Yeah, that card will die no matter what the strategic situation.
You're better
is.
off just keeping it in your hand until after you're dead, actually.
Yeah.
It'll help you more that way. It may actually, like, subconsciously.
Why me?
Oh, I love this.
Because you're not gonna win. I don't want you to win 4 times in a row.
Wow.
It's a numbers game.
Wow. So that's how it actually is gonna be.
Yes.
You're gonna sacrifice your own life so that I don't
my
win 4
God.
times
No,
in a row.
I'm attacking one of you to gain life, and
Yeah.
Nick's just gonna kill all my creatures and not lose his creatures. So actually, that is a strategic play that I made there.
Well, I know that too, but yeah.
Fuck you, also, Nick. Like, just
All right.
I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it.
I just want to win. Winning's the only important thing about video games.
Win Rob first, and then you can win me.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but right now I could win Rob pretty easily.
Yeah,
You
really
could just
should.
come out with yet another of that goddamn card, and I'm just, like, the most tired of killing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's only one left in my deck. It's very unlikely that
Well,
I could.
you're gonna get it next turn.
Am I?
Yep, every time.
You're just gonna flesh to dust it though.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter then. You have enough to kill all.
No, it matters because I'm tired of doing that. It just drains my energy right out.
It's kind of like, you know, steals your life.
A little bit like it steals my life forces out of me.
Steals my fife forces out of me.
Wife forces.
Yeah, there you go. Wife forces. Are your dino forces? Like that guy the Power Ranger that killed a guy?
It was in self-defense, apparently.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, said it in self-defense.
Stop insulting Power Ranger Dino Force, man.
What was the other thing that we learned that was wrong? Or...
He did do gay porn.
Oh, right, the gay porn thing. Yeah, right, but it's still like, you know, up in the air about the whole gay porn thing. He could have done the gay porn. Not that there's anything like inherently wrong with him doing gay porn, but it is also kind of funny that if he did in fact do gay porn and then deny it, that's pretty funny.
Why?
Yeah.
Because there's like a lot of intrinsic stigma that comes with the idea of being gay and doing gay porn.
I wouldn't say that's the reason that it's funny. I think it's funny because
I didn't say that.
Yeah, right. I said, you know, I'm thinking it's funny because, you know, because, sorry, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do to Austin's attack here.
Sorry, strategically, it's the only thing I can do.
Yeah, alright, well, I'm gonna stop you from gaining life off of me.
Well, I'm still gonna gain life. But...
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, not after this turn. Which is great, because it's gonna buff up the dragon.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Buff my dragon, baby.
Yeah.
It's fine. This dragon's dead.
Oh, there goes the dragon.
Why?
Dragon. Here's the dragon. Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon. It's still gonna die, Nick. It's still gonna die. It's still dead. You don't win this battle. It's still gonna die. You piece of garbage.
I don't understand why you'd even do that.
Can't believe you had another fucking flesh to dust.
I have more.
You only have 4. You only have 4.
Oh, you need to pay more attention. They're all back in my deck, man.
Garbage. Oh my god.
Wait,
I have potentially 8 of them in my deck because of that.
Rob, I'm no longer a threat to you.
Yeah,
which is why you need to take him out before he comes back 40 times stronger than he's ever been in his life.
It's just one little teensy.
You know that's how it works.
No, I do. You're right. Wait, so why is it going back into your deck?
Nick's gonna kill me without you doing anything to me. So as long as I'm alive, you have buffer.
I give Rob the opportunity.
Nick's gonna attack me.
Close the deal.
I'll close your deal, all right, mister.
Deal or no deal?
I've got the new deal,
no deal
for you all.
No deal.
I've brought you all the no deal.
No deal.
No deal.
No deal.
No DLC. No to DLC.
Deal C.
No deal.
I'll give you deals A through B, but deal C.
No deal, seal.
No deal.
What are we saying anymore?
I'm imagining a stage play in which
the deal seal.
Well, like no, a seal is trying to make a deal with you, and you say no deal, seal.
No deal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rob, are you gonna kill him next turn?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not.
Why?
No deal.
Well, because I don't really have the means to, and then on top of that, it leaves me open to attack from you.
No DLC.
That's stupid. You should kill him.
You can just kill him right now.
Nope.
Alright. I'm fine with that, too.
No deal.
This is it. This is where he gets all of his cards back and comes back to 150 life.
That would be
You really
hilarious,
fucking think it's gonna happen?
Yep.
You've got 4 cards in your hand, in fairness.
Yeah, and I can't play any of them.
Because they're all too strong for us.
See, I lost.
I gotta pull a couple more flesh to dust next turn.
Well, there you go.
See what you did, Rob?
See what you did, Rob?
See
I have
what
a
you did?
2/5 and a 2/2 now, and I'm dead anyway.
You know what this Ajani's Pride Mate does?
Mm-hmm. He prides your Ajani.
It's like you've never seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
I lost. I don't know
You will
why
pride
you're still
your Johnny.
I don't know why you're still playing the game. I'm dead.
I've got pride in Johnny, personally.
I did what I had to do.
Yeah. Hey, Austin, do you ever play Sunless Sea?
Nah.
I heard what Rob thought about it. He seems to like it. I can't really get into it. I was wondering if you'd be the tiebreaker.
I thought it was pretty good.
I watched Cam play it for like 10 minutes. It didn't look... In that 10 minutes,
Cam was so into it. I was so surprised to hear that he was so into it.
It just didn't... it didn't kick me, you know?
It just seemed like the type of thing that's like, how do you penetrate all of this wall of text to get to the game underneath?
I like that though, personally.
Right.
I'm fine with that. I mean, to a degree. I got weary of it pretty quickly after the amount of.
How actually stupid are you? You're gonna kill me this turn. You just wasted that card. You just wasted it. You just wasted it. You actually could have just killed me and not done that. No, I'm happy. You just like made your chances of winning go lower slightly. That's fine by me.
Nah.
Wait, so why is Flesh to Dust going back into his hand? I don't get it. Into his.
I have a thing that heals me for 5 and puts all my cards in my graveyard back into my deck.
Oh, the Armillary Sphere? Is that what it is?
It's a bottle of some kind.
Oh, is that in one of your lands?
It's called Bottle of some kind. It's
a bottle of some kind, yes.
Elixir of Immortality, isn't it?
Right, yeah.
It's Bottle of some kind is what I call it.
Yeah, that's from the Princess Bride, I think.
The Princess of Bride DLC expansion pack. It's ubiquitous content that I use. Means everything and nothing all at once.
It is and is not.
It will and it will never be.
I have a very interesting decision.
I don't know how many more ways I can say it.
It's the duality of the century, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the dual skillality. Alright, so next turn, Nick starts swinging at me, right?
Not really.
Swinging at your face, yeah.
Depends. Depends what you think about it. If you give me a reason to, maybe I will.
Well, he isn't unblockable, so...
Well, you didn't need to give me a reason. I was asking Rob to give me a reason.
Yeah.
Did it anyway.
It's
real bad. I don't want either of you to win, so I don't know how I do this. This is like watching a freaking Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl.
Oh, you make the Seahawks win.
Fuck it! Kick it!
Oh.
Copyright match.
Is it doing the Enter Sandman? No? Okay.
Yeah, it's the Beastie Boys, actually.
How much damage are you doing? 3 to that?
2.
Why?
Well...
Oh, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's going to do more. Oh, because he's going to spawn goblins and they're going to kill it. Nice play.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, no, now I
Oh, it
spawned
had
a
4.
goblin.
It had 4. It gained to the 4.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, put the 4
Now
on
you're
the
going to
floor.
do 3. Oh, my, you're just going to kill fucking all of his shit. All right, Rob wins.
And the question is, which one do I do? I think I do this one. For now.
Pause on the game with 0 cards.
Kick it!
Oh, okay, now I see this one.
I mean, even if I have 0 cards, I can still look at effects on my cards.
I'll look at your effects on my card.
All of these are so fucking weak, though.
Goblins, baby. Goblins.
Fucking gobbling all the time.
Just gobble up a storm.
Just gobble all my balls.
Just gobbling balls. All day, every day.
Indestructible. What does that mean? I just can't kill it ever?
Who's indestructible?
The enchant or the artifact.
Yeah, the artifact is indestructible, not the creature.
Oh. Okay.
Well, you are out of time.
Oh, is it really not gonna... Alright.
Regeneration.
Remuneration.
Rebingle bongle.
Sanctification. Reblugeration. Oh, well, there goes that card. What a wild turn of events.
It was a bit wild and a turn of the events. The Aventures. The Adventagers.
The Advantageousers.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
So I choose a creature to sacrifice, and then what happens?
Who cares?
You gain life equal to its toughness. Okay. So let's get rid of...
How about the 7-2? That would work.
Honestly, probably could just do it. And
It honestly doesn't matter at this point. Any of them are equal.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to hear my Ghost Road story while we finish this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you going to say no, Rob?
I was thinking about it, yeah. I was really
You were setting up for a no there.
Yeah, I really
You found a road that is actually deceased, and you rode on it.
It's a ghost road. Well,
ghost road
so
with
let me lay the story out for you. I was at my hometown yesterday visiting the fam, and why did I say that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. We were I was gonna go home the next day today, but I decided to go home early because things just worked out that way. And so there's a highway that I take that goes away.
It was a highway to hell.
It might as well have been, because that highway is terrifying and people die on it all the time. So it literally is.
It's a ghost road.
Yeah, well, no, that's not the ghost road. I'm going to tell you about the ghost road. But normally I take that road, and it just goes all the way to another road, which then goes all the way to where I live now, in my apartment. So I had to take a different route, which is 45 north, which if you live in Texas, you know, goes from Houston to Dallas. And you take that, and you take a left on on a back road, and this is the ghost road, this back road. And I'd never gone this way before. And it was nighttime, but not only was it nighttime, but it was raining nighttime, so you can't see anything. Like,
right.
It's just dark. Like you were going on a path, and to your right and left is just darkness. So
is it like New Londo ruins? Are there like specters that come out of the wall sometimes?
Maybe there might as well have been. But anyway, I'm on the freeway on 45, and you know there's hundreds of cars. There's lights all the way down the road. You just see lights and lights. And I'm getting off on this exit to go on this road, and it's a highway. It's called 164 is the road. And I turn off, and the exit is just tiny. It's just a tiny little exit. I turn right, and then I realize pretty much instantaneously as I drive to the right off this road, all the lights are gone. I go down underneath the road, and all the lights just disappear. And there's no one in front of me, no one behind me. It is the most dark you can be inside of a car. I'm like, all right, so this is a backcountry road. It's going to be a little creepy, but that'll be fine, right? I've driven on these roads before. So I start going on this road, and when I tell you there was no one, I would pass the car every like 5 minutes. And there's just nothingness. It's just pure nothingness in every direction except the road you can barely see in your headlights in front of you.
And then the road turned into skulls.
Basically, yeah. There were skulls. But when the story gets interesting is that every little town that I pass, and these are tiny towns, like just 5 buildings. In it. Yeah, basically. There's always a cemetery when you enter the town immediately. Like the first one, I was like, all right, there's the cemetery. There's a little sign that says go to the right. There's a cemetery. Next town, go to the right. There's a cemetery. 5 different towns all had their cemeteries labeled on the first turn to the right. I'm like, that's a little ominous. I don't know why all these individual towns all have individual cemeteries very close to each other, and they're all on the right side of the road and labeled. It's just kind of weird. But this is the best part. About 3 towns in, as I'm in between the 2 towns, and remember, there's just darkness everywhere, I pass a road sign that I've never seen before. It's an official government road sign, all right? It's not just a fake sign or anything. It says, do not pick up hitchhikers. And I have never seen that sign before, and I was like...
It means there's a prison or a mental asylum around.
It means that they had to clearly put that sign up because there had been problems there before. You don't just put that sign up randomly just because. So it spooked me because it was like, I've been driving for 6-7 years now, and I've never seen a sign that says do not pick up hitchhikers. And I've been on a million backcountry roads before. And so I keep driving on this road, and nothing. And then I get off the road onto the freeway, and all the cars are back. Everyone's back. It's all nice. Everything's clear. But that was just a ghost road because
I bet you all the people in those towns were dead.
Probably because there were towns. There were no one there. There weren't people walking around. No one was outside. It was just dark, and it was like 8 p.m. It wasn't even late. No one was there. They might as well have been ghost towns.
I gotta be honest, as somebody who lives on a mountain, like, your story didn't really faze me very much. I was really hoping it would end with, like, and there was a 60-foot skeleton, and I had to drive for my life into a pile of flame, and then I came out the other side. Yeah?
If the skeleton from Castlevania 64 was just, there were motorcycle skeletons, and...
You gotta ride the skeleton up its spinal column, and then shoot out through the back of its neck.
To do critical damage. You do it 3 times, and then he dies.
Find the weak point. It's glowing red and yellow.
Yeah, that guy was in Central Park just the other day. He was signing autographs.
That skeleton guy?
Yeah, skeleton guy, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah,
but, yeah, that road was... I've never driven on a road like that before. It was very creepy.
The hands keep reaching out of the road and grabbing your tires. It's terrifying.
You gotta stomp on them or they'll put your bonfire out, your headlights.
I actually have a rather creepy story from my youth that I might have told you guys before. In fact, I might have told it on Magic, so stop me if I told it on Magic before. But I don't know. Huh?
Let's hear it.
I'll try to remember.
Okay,
Yeah, let's hear it.
alright. So this is some spooky shit. Now, imagine, while I'm telling you this story, that the X-Files theme is playing. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Right. So just picture that and listen to that as it keeps going. Okay. So and by the way, I swear to God that every part of this story happened to me. I swear to God. I swear it happened.
I believe you because, like, you're gonna tell us one of the stories. It's kind of unbelievable, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah. It's like,
always human perception at fault when that happens. I wouldn't blame it and say that it's you lying. It's that you probably just didn't understand what was happening.
Maybe, yeah. But
all right, let's hear what it is.
Some unbelievable shit. All right. So anyway, so there's a park near my house, and it's a rather large park. It's got a bunch of it's actually really quite big. It's got a bunch of trees, and it's got like a whole wilderness area and stuff.
This is the fire story, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, you've told me this, but I think it was when we were in the car with Dennis, so I don't think Austin might know this.
Yeah, I've not heard this.
Okay, keep going. All right. So, oh right, yeah, because Dennis was with me, right? So he
yeah.
Right, exactly. So anyway, the huge park. Well, okay, now I'm hyperbolizing a bit. It's not a massive park. It's a pretty big park.
Park in America.
It's the biggest park you have ever fucking seen. The trees 100 feet tall. I swear to God. No, but
skeletons.
But anyway, they're just a bunch of like there's a bunch of wilderness areas. There's a bunch of like park areas where there's jungle gyms and handball courts and stuff. But anyway, so in order to get to the jungle gyms and handball courts, specifically the handball courts, this is where we were going, you would have to walk through the wilderness area. And one of the ways that you would do that is there's like this, like, basically dirt road through a forest, essentially. And it's like, it's whatever, it's just a bunch of trees and grass and shit, and we've walked through it a million times. And we're walking through it to get to the handball court, me and Dennis, and on the path, moving opposite us, leaving from this woodland area, are 2 men. Now, this is the part that's a little bit unbelievable, and I swear to God, this is exactly what they looked like. One man was in like a black suit with the white button-down shirt and a black tie. He's just wearing a suit, which is weird. He didn't have like a briefcase or anything, from my recollection. It's just weird because he's in the park, whatever. Okay, next to him, walking in tandem with him as if they are together as a group, is what appears to be a fucking monk. Like a monk from Tibet. Like he's got the weird orange gi thing on.
I still don't believe that that's weird.
Well, the weird thing is the juxtaposition, I think. Right?
You're in the city, the fucking melting pot of the fucking world, man. There's people, there's Buddhist monks, and there's business people all over the damn place.
Yeah, but it's partially because it's in the middle of this woodsy road, and they're walking together, and they walk past us.
Monks commune with nature, right? And maybe he needed to show something for a consultation to some businessman.
To the business guy, maybe, I don't know, but it was weird. Needless to say, for us at our young age, we were like, okay, that's kind of strange. All right. So we walk on, and there's a bend in the path, so we didn't see where they came from. We move around the bend, and there's I guess a grove. I don't know exactly know what a grove is, but essentially there's an outcropping of just like dead leaves and stuff on the ground that aren't filled with trees, right?
Like a knoll. Would you call it a knoll?
Knoll, perhaps. Yes, I don't know what that is either,
fuck.
honestly. But I mean, you know, it's an area without trees in a forest, you know, so it's like a little fucking area, whatever.
A clearing.
Yeah, a clearing. Right. Okay.
You know what that one is?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just like pretty intuitive.
Now I'm
but
just being a dick.
yeah, but so like a clearing is there, and now this is the weird thing. We walk past this again, something that would be rather unbelievable part of the story. There's a bunch of long sticks erected in a teepee-like formation, and
Right.
it's about 6 to 7 feet tall, and it's quite large. It's like a big teepee made out of these sticks and like dried leaves and stuff, right? And it's huge. It's massive. And me and Dennis see that,
It's 7
and
feet tall. It's not massive.
well, okay, it's pretty big. Though.
Slightly larger than you.
It's well, no, I mean I was like 13 at the time, right?
Oh, okay,
so like
sure.
it was considerably larger than I was. It was a couple feet taller than me, but so it was rather big, and me and Dennis were like, "Whoa, what is that?" And out of fear of being stabbed by a homeless man who made his home a teepee of dried leaves and sticks in the park, you know, we were just like, "All right, let's just not investigate that. Continue on our way." Okay.
That's how you die in scary stories. Is
Right,
you investigate.
Exactly. That's why we were like,
just
you know what?
go the fuck away.
Yeah, we were like, you know
and
what?
you won't be a
Fuck
part of that story.
Yeah, just fuck that. This story is not gonna end with someone eating our kidneys. So we will continue on, play handball. We went, yeah, we went and we played handball, whatever, and we had a great time. But it doesn't matter. Now, fast forward a week later, approximately.
Let's do it.
It's
Here we go.
It's Earth Day. Okay. So, I don't know exactly what Earth Day is. I don't know if people even still celebrate it. But I know that you had school off on Earth Day. So we had school off on Earth Day, so we went to the local handball court. Not the one to this park, because this park, that park that we went to is especially far away. But they have very nice handball courts, which is why we would go there sometimes. But anyway, so we go to the local handball court, playing some handball. And I swear to God, black ribbons just start falling from the sky. Like, just straight out of the sky as if it's raining. It's like a gray day, but it's not raining water. But black ribbons just start falling from the sky onto the handball court. And we're like, what the fuck is that? Like, and it just looks like, it looks like a strip of blackness, right? And we would go to pick up the ribbons, and they would fall to ash. So they were just completely ash, or whatever. The ribbons of ash, just thousands of them falling at our park. Now, the other park that we went to is like a mile, maybe 2 miles away from this one that we were at currently. I end up calling 311 because that's what I was taught to do, and I was like, "Hey, there's a bunch of ash falling from the sky. Is New York being invaded or something?" And the guy lets me know that there was a huge fire at Central Park. We find out later, or not Central Park, it wasn't Central Park, by the way. I'm glad that I messed up that name, because I don't want to tell you what park it was. But there was apparently a huge fire in the wooded area of that park, and it was exactly where the fucking teepee was. So someone had set up, and this is where the whodunit part of the story comes in. I think it was the monk and the businessman.
It was the G-Man.
Yeah, it was the monk and the G-Man, for some reason, wanted to burn down the park, and they set up that teepee there to burn it down. And it was fucking crazy, because there's just ribbons of ash. Have you ever heard of that? Ribbons of ash just falling from the sky?
Yeah, that's just ash just does that sometimes.
But it's like 2 miles away. I'd never seen anything like that.
You got very interestingly lucky, then, that the wind was carrying it in that direction, especially for that distance.
Yeah. It was...
To have even noticed that synchronicity, it's pretty weird.
It was...
Covered some spooky shit.
Yeah, it was spooky.
Spooky.
I don't really get a lot of spookiness about it. It's mostly just like, why?
Yeah, well, that's another thing. I'm curious as to what exactly went on that day.
I mean, obviously it would correlate, right? That there's some kind of Earth Day celebration, but I'm not really sure what lighting something on fire has to do with a celebration generally.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was a celebration at all.
Something could have gotten out of hand. Maybe they intended to light a small fire at the base of that thing as some sort of...
It was really big.
Ceremony?
I don't think you would... I mean, the other thing is, like, the whole clearing area had just a bunch of dry leaves around it, so if you lit that on fire, everything would catch fire, which indeed it did.
That's what I mean. It was very ill-conceived. Maybe they just meant to have a small little fire at the base of that, the whole thing caught, and then all the leaves caught, and then some trees caught.
Maybe, but I mean, I think there's a sandy area somewhere in that park, so you could have just went there and
Right,
just put
but
it on the
again,
sand.
ill-conceived. The whole thing might have just been a terrible idea that just got out of hand.
Maybe. If Earth Day is about being green, then I feel like burning some shit is
Yeah.
like probably not a good way to celebrate it. But yeah,
I
don't
can't
know.
say that I understand it, no.
Those spooky stories with a probably rational explanation are always fun to like speculate about. Though that's kind of the fun of spooky stories.
It
you know?
was
You
the
don't...
monk and the businessman.
In the library with the
Yeah,
candlestick.
exactly.
I had a similar, or not similar, but also another spooky story that happened to me and two friends. We were at my old home, which is about 25 acres. And this is another story that more than likely has a very logical explanation to it. In fact, it probably does. But we decided to just kind of go for a walk. What was it? The internet was out, and we didn't really have anything to do at the house. So we were like, let's just go walk around the property at dark.
Is the
and be
we
kids.
relevant here?
Is the what?
No, you said we. I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's just two of my friends. Is what
Okay.
it was. No, it's not relevant. But we were just gonna go walk around at night because you're kids, you do silly stuff, and we owned the property, so we weren't really. It's all fenced in and everything. So I mean, we've seen coyotes before, and you're not usually supposed to be scared of coyotes. They're more scared of you than you are of them. It's like a pack of them. But we were walking through the woods, and we were kind of building up the spook, like, it's dark out, we're all alone, whoa. We weren't not like that.
Oh,
but
did
know
you
what I
hold the
mean.
flashlight under your chin? Because that's the
Yeah.
time.
Right, exactly. No, we didn't do that, but we were walking on this back road that we have. It's not really a road, it's more of a path on the way back, and I would say it's about a quarter of a mile away from our house, and it's really cool. There's like just a path that someone cut out a long time ago in the trees that you can just walk through, and it goes on for like a mile or two. And we were walking that path, and we know that we have neighbors immediately to the right, and they don't have a huge yard. It's just kind of a small yard, but I would say it's bigger than most, and it's very wooded and tree-y until you can see their house, and you can see their house kind of up in the distance in the back. But we were walking through there, and we heard like an animal noise, like maybe like how you hear a cow or a horse, breathe out, that kind of woof, woof noise or whatever. And we heard that, and we heard it make a couple footsteps. And it's on the other side of a fence, so we weren't immediately too spooked, but because we'd been building up the spook aspect of how we were out, we kind of were just like, let's have a little fun, and we kind of just ran, playing along with the story a little bit, I guess. But we were kind of a little spooked because we didn't know, like, what it was. Because we thought maybe the neighbors have a horse or a cow or something.
Could have been a deer even, right?
Yeah, maybe a deer. But when we went back, eventually that's what we decided on, is that it was probably a cow or something. But when I went back maybe 3 weeks later, I was just chatting with my parents. We were in that part of the woods mowing and doing work and shit. And I asked her, like, do these neighbors, do they have any animals or anything? And she goes, no, these neighbors, no, it's just a yard. There's nothing really back there. They don't have any animals or anything. I was like, okay, that's a little weird.
Oh God, I spoiled this story too.
What?
Because it is probably a deer. It's
Yeah.
probably just a deer standing there.
It could have been a deer, but even if it was a buck, that actually would have been scary, because that bucks will fuck you up. The contrary, they're like, you think deer are nice, but bucks will kill
They
you.
can, sure, but like a doe can just make that sound. Like they'll just
No, it
stand
was
there.
definitely no. It wouldn't have been a doe. We thought it was a cow, because cows make really like long, drawn out huff noises.
Uh-huh.
A deer, I don't think a deer would make that same kind of.
Maybe it was a
noise.
chupacabra.
It's probably a chupacabra. No, but this is another one of those spooky stories that, and it was probably a deer, but it was just we don't know what it was.
You should lie, embellish that story, and make it so that you guys stayed over at the neighbor's house and had tea with this nice old lady, and she gave you video games and candy,
Oh, yeah.
and then you left, and then you heard the noise, and then you all ran away because you were so afraid, and then you ask your mom 2 weeks later, and she's like, "Oh no, that house is abandoned."
There is no house there. There's a field.
Yeah.
There's no house there.
Old
It's actually
lady.
a cemetery.
Yeah, old lady McJenkins, burned the house down after murdering her children 10 years ago, and
And then crawled into the oven.
yeah, right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yep. So I was hiking up at Dyatlov Pass in the Ukraine.
Whoa,
and,
can you say that again? What did you? There were some phonemes in there that I didn't even like comprehend. There, like, was there a stop part? Like, did you pause? I can't even remember. That's the weird. What happened there?
I can't possibly say it again now because
I didn't notice it until Rob pointed it out. I have no fucking idea what you said.
Love pass. Like what? What was is pass in there, or was that a
Ukrainian? Listen to that tomorrow.
No.
I'm curious.
I was making a joke. There's a story about some people that were hiking in some mountains, and they thought a UFO came and fried their skin orange and removed like parts of their ribs and pulled their tongues out, and then they were all running, screaming around like shirtless and naked or something in the mountains. So I was gonna tell that story, but I decided, let's just stop it saying a word funny.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
That's really where we derive most of
that's
it.
That's what magic is, really.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole pinnacle of
magic.
the series.
Never believe it's not so.
That's true.
I wish there were spooky stories.
I think
those are always to tell.
In the I think it's the Czech Republic. I know France or Paris has catacombs as well, but I don't think it's Paris. I think it's either in like Poland or the Czech Republic, where there's this big city, and they have like these old catacombs under the city. Well, yeah, I don't think what I'm thinking of is Paris, but it might be. I don't know.
They made a movie about it.
Yeah, I actually saw that movie. Yeah.
Was it any good?
Isn't it based off that?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
obviously that didn't actually happen, but
there were like 3 of them that were different, and like one of them, like they actually go to hell, and the other one.
Oh, that sounds sweet as hell.
Yeah, that one actually.
Sweet as hell.
It's really not that bad. It's actually pretty good.
The Descent is so good. Do you ever see that movie?
That was real bad.
I love The Descent.
Is that the one that came out a couple years, like 5 years ago?
It was, I think it was 4 women go spelunking in a cave.
Oh wait, I think yeah.
They get way the hell deep, and then like a bunch of bad shit happens, and then they're kind of like stuck down there, and then it gets fucking crazy.
Huh.
You don't know that one?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like that sounds like the archetype of a lot of horror movies that take place under like in a subterranean environment. I don't like seriously. There were like 3 or 4 movies that had that very same premise come out last year.
It's not nearly as bad as the "you're possessed by a thing" or "your baby is a demon."
Possession fucking movies are
the
rampant.
fucking Emily Rose bullshit. I never want to see another movie like that.
That's bad. Although there was one pretty darn good one recently. I think it was The Conjuring. I mean, they all have these kind of archetypal, like, cliche names, so I may be making it up. But it's with the dude from The Watchmen. I forget his name.
The blue naked one or someone else?
No, the guy who plays Night Owl.
Oh, no one remembers that guy.
He's got the real big, weird looking lips and the little eyes.
Steven Tyler. Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, he's in it, The Conjuring. It's actually pretty good. Also, by the way, and this is a completely tangential note from what I was just initially talking about, but if you guys want to see an incredibly good horror film, watch The Babadook. That movie...
Excuse me?
The Babadook.
The Babadook.
Yeah.
The Babadook. The Babadook.
The Babadook. No, but like, for real, that is like a fucking just... I'm really struggling to not use buzzwords for what makes a horror movie good.
Oh, do it, man. Do it.
It's ephemeral, and like, I don't want to do. But
it's scintillating.
It's I wouldn't actually refer to it as scintillating personally.
God damn it.
Horror movies have the same problem that horror games have right now. It's just like, oh, here's 20 or so jump scares.
No jump scares in this movie. This movie does not rely on any jump scares whatsoever. I think there might be one. There's one.
I don't like horror movies because of jump scares, but I would probably watch more horror movies if they were just freaky or scary.
That's exactly what I'm talking about with the Babadook. This movie. The Babadook seriously, it does not rely on jump scares because, like you were saying, they're just cheap. They don't actually make you scared.
We talked about jump scares.
But that shit, yeah, we did. Yeah. But that movie will make you stay up at night and have fucking nightmares when you go to sleep. It's terrifying. I got in a lot of trouble with Maul actually because I did the Babadook. Like he has like this like call thing that he does. Yeah, yeah, and I did that to her and she freaked the fuck out and Yeah, it was hilarious. No, that's not what it is. Yeah, it's not.
Sounds like an owl, right?
Yeah,
And then like a rock
exactly.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't watch horror at all.
I love
I might
horror.
have mentioned this during the talk about jump scares. I would be surprised if I didn't, but you know, of course, the Slender Man is such a fucking joke now because of the way it's been like monotonized,
You're supposed to be your friend.
monetized. There we go.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But the original, I don't know if it is the original, but one of the first ones was the Marble Hornet series on YouTube. If you've seen that,
it's like about dark rooms and doors being closed.
No, but it's.
Come on, I'm partially right.
Have you seen it?
I think so.
I don't know. I
It's
don't know
like
if
a person walking into a house, right? And they go upstairs and there's like something slightly out of the frame, and then they go to look at it and it's not there.
No, it's a very long series of
Closed
trippy
doors.
videos that, you know, the Slenderman's the antagonist. I don't actually know if he is usually. There's a couple antagonists in this series, but there's I would say there's like 3 jump scares on like the whole series that out of like the 40 episodes that I watched. And one of them, by the way, is probably the fucking jump scare in the world. Like, I don't want to spoil it, and I'll try not to, but I want to explain why it's so good. Is that like they go through like 20 episodes or so, making you only scared when it's obvious, like at night or when they're alone. And then so you feel very safe during the safe scenes when they're like just talking in the house or in the apartment or in the car. And then they just throw this jump scare at you while they're just chatting all nice and dandy, and you're thrown for a loop. And I actually peed a little when that jump scare happened. I'm not gonna. I'll admit it. It was that bad. But yeah, that series is very good and doesn't rely too much on jump scares. And I had another point to make, and I went too much on that tangent, and I completely forgot it.
Well,
oh no, I remember. We were talking about the possession movies, and there was that new one that I think came out recently, where the Lazarus effect is what it was called. Have you seen trailers for that?
Yes. Yep.
They're trying to research bringing people back to life, and they do it on a dog, and then the girl dies, and like, oh no, she can't die, and they use it on her. I was like, oh, this looks like a really interesting concept, maybe. And demon possession, never mind. She's just possessed by a demon. Is literally, she just gets possessed by a demon. There's no interesting thing about it. She comes back from the dead, and there's a demon in her. Fucking whatever.
Wow.
I feel like you could have actually what?
No, I'm sorry. I just Googled the Lazarus effect, and I just found like a really attractive naked lady in the Google image search.
Oh. Well, good job.
You're gonna have to censor your side now.
No, I don't have the window capture of it. Yeah.
It was weird though, because they were setting it up like kind of like a science-y kind of psychological thing, and then at the very end they just make it so obvious. Oh, she's just possessed by a demon. There's some telepathic shit. She's making objects float.
Yeah, as soon as you get into the realm of like, we're not going to explain anything because it's all just some fucking hoodoo bullshit. Like, I don't care. That's a terrible story.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. That's why I like The Conjuring was recent. That was pretty good. The Babadook was most recent, really fucking good. Seriously though, like I cannot tell you enough how much I love The Babadook. It's a really good movie. Now here's another. If you want another, I'm sort of a aficionado when it comes to modern horror because I love horror as a genre. Cabin in the Woods is great, yeah. But I mean,
great movie. I rewatched that the other day. So good.
That's a fantastic film.
Don't anybody spoil it for you either.
No, that is a movie that you need not to be spoiled. Absolutely.
I got it spoiled.
Oh man.
The perfect fusion of dark comedy and horror and self-awareness.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of that specific thing, there's that one with Jermaine Clement that just came out. What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, is it the
I
vampire?
thought you were gonna say in the shower, and I got.
Isn't that just
so
a comedy?
let
That's not a horror, right? That's
it's a comedy with horror elements. So
is it? Because when I was watching the trailer, it just looked like just straight
roguelike light.
Like you could say that Cabin in the Woods is like 70% horror, 30% comedy. What We Do in the Shadows is like 70% comedy, 30% horror.
So it's like Hot Fuzz territory, or
yeah, I would say that. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. But anyway, the other horror movie that I wanted to mention, this came out in 2007. This is The Orphanage. Now, not the American one. It's not the, there's an American one, and I think there's 2 American horror films, and one of them is called Orphan, and the other one's called The Orphanage. Both of those movies are fucking atrocious. The Orphanage, or El Orfanato, is a Spanish horror film, and it is brilliant. Like, seriously, really, really fucking good. So if you also want to watch a good horror movie, and you don't mind reading subtitles, then The Orphanage, a Spanish film, is really good.
The Babadook.
The Babadook. No, that's another thing that's really great about The Babadook, is it reminds me of The Shining.
Muppets.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, in that, like, you know, it's not really about the monster. It's more about the characters, and that's what makes a horror movie good.
We
in
are
my
the
opinion.
monsters sometimes.
Well, that's sort of the monster in that movie is sort of a manifestation of
It's a
the things the
representation
characters.
of big data.
Yeah, we're all just worshiping at the shrine of big data, and that's what the Babadook is.
It forces its face through the door frame, right?
Yeah,
With the axe.
Exactly.
Synaptuous.
But also, by the way, to the original point that I was trying to make, at these catacombs, teenagers go down and drink in them.
Yeah.
That was the original point.
That
you were
was
trying to make.
it was a long time
Blob.
ago. Yeah, it was about 20 minutes ago. But
Mind blob.
they would the teenagers go down into the catacombs and get drunk, and then they don't realize that what they're doing because they're drunk, and they walk off into the catacombs, get lost, and then just die of starvation and
Yeah.
dehydration. And there's pictures of them, and it's horrifying.
At least they don't like have sex with a head or something.
They
Or,
probably
you know,
do that
get
too.
Possessed by demons.
But I mean, like, I would not have
Better
a party
call
down
Saul.
there. I would straight up not have a party down there.
It's
Why
not a
would
party
you?
to die of dehydration.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like when you invite the spook and you get spooked, you really did that to yourself.
You should probably rephrase that sentence.
Should I?
Yeah.
When you invite the spook
No,
and you
don't
get
say it again.
Nope.
Just the
nope.
one time is enough with the sentence. No more.
When a ghost shows up to your party in a crypt, you're not gonna have a good time. That's
Right.
what Austin's trying to say.
That's what he's saying. That's what he means.
I'm
There's a
actually missing
ghost.
something here.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
It's okay because it's out of ignorance and you just don't even know, so it's fine.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Is it a code word
Nope,
for something?
just-
You don't need to ask.
We don't even
Well,
have to keep. We could just. What bagels? Do you like bagels? Do you guys like bagels? I enjoy bagels.
New
They're
York
delicious.
City makes good
I'm
bagels.
They
gonna have
really
some
do.
questions after this match.
Yes,
They also
you
have
are.
pretzels there as well. Nice salted
Oh,
pretzels.
my headphones
Soft
died.
pretzels and hard pretzels.
What the fuck's wrong with the word spook?
Oh, here we go.
I'm
You're
Came
trying.
out.
back for a
You're
second. I
out.
heard Nick
You're
say, "Oh,
out."
here we go." Oh,
You guys go ahead. I'm gonna think about this one for a bit.
I think we're back. How's it going?
Oh, did your
Oh,
internet
nope,
cut?
gone again.
Austin's out. Austin's out. Okay, so we're gonna end the episode of Magic the Gathering.
I'm really
So-
sorry. I still don't know.
Thanks everybody for watching. New episodes on Mondays and Fridays.
Bye, guys.
Bye everybody. Woo!
This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.